I can't breathe.
Have you ever seen someone punished for needing medical help? Imagine witnessing a life or death moment where those sworn to protect actually endanger a life. In today's Audit archive, officers tackled and restrained a man suffering from a seizure. This is a case that demands answers, and you'll want to see what happens next. On May 20th, 2022, Deputy Leonard Carpenter from the Escambia County Sheriff's Office was dispatched to respond to a call regarding a man, later identified as Mr. Francisco Lugo, acting erratically. The deputy arrives to find Mr. Lugo lying in the grass next to the road. The incident is captured on the body cam footage of Deputy Carpenter.
Hello, sir? Sir? I'm Deputy Carpenter, Escambia County Sheriff's Office. How you doing? All right. I got a call on you. Got a call on you. Some folks are concerned with you. You just thought you'd sit down for a minute? All right. Everything all right? Everything's good? All right. All right. A little concerned with you because I heard. Oh well, it's definitely hot, but got a call on you about you might have been looking like you was gonna go out in traffic and things of that nature, and then they saw you lay on the side of the road, so they were concerned. Was that heat stroke?
Like I was, hot.
Okay. You need medical attention? What's that? I can't hear you. If you can get up and go, hold on. Well, because like I said, got a call about you, so I was concerned.
Baby too.
Okay.
Being honest with you.
I didn't say that you weren't. All right. What's your last name?
Lugo.
Spell it.
Lugo.
Lugo. Okay. First name? What is it?
Frank.
Frank. Spell it.
F-R-A-N-K.
All right. Middle name?
I got in trouble?
I'm trying to identify you, sir. Huh? What's that?
I'm not doing it.
You're not doing it?
No, I said I'm not doing anything.
Okay. What's your middle name?
No, I'm saying I'm not, I'm waiting on you.
Okay. What's your middle name? You don't have one? What's your date of birth? It's cars out here, sir. You got to speak up.
7271.
7271?
7271.
How old are you?
71.
1971? How old are you? Huh? You're 71? Give me that birthday. Give me that birthday one more time. 7271. 1971. How old does that make you?
71 years old.
That does not make you 71 years old. Okay, so are you lying to me?
No, I'm not.
Okay, because see, most people, they can give me their birthday, they can tell me how old they are.
7271.
So how old are you?
7271.
Okay.
I'm 72 years old.
Okay. Go ahead, stand up for me. Let me get you. Stand up for me. Matter of fact, I didn't say you was in trouble, but right now I gotta get you identified. And stay right there for me. Stay right there. Turn over for me. Turn over for me. Turn over. Turn over for me. I'm not gonna tell you again. Place your hands up. Top of your head.
Yeah, man, he was just behind me.
386. Give me traffic.
Throughout the interaction, it is important to note that Mr. Lugo appears compliant and provides responses to the officer's questions. While the body cam footage suggests that Mr. Lugo may be impaired, it also seems that Deputy Leonard Carpenter approaches the situation with a degree of bias, as he frequently misinterprets Mr. Lugo's statements as aggressive or non-compliant. For instance, when Mr. Lugo says, "I'm not going anywhere," the deputy incorrectly hears it as "I won't be telling you anything," demonstrating that the officer may have already formed a preconceived notion of how the encounter would unfold. A particularly concerning moment occurs when Deputy Carpenter asks for Mr. Lugo's birth date and then proceeds to ask him his age, claiming that the two do not match and accusing Mr. Lugo of lying. However, at this point, Mr. Lugo is not legally detained and thus is not obligated to provide identification. There appears to be no reasonable suspicion or probable cause justifying detainment, certainly not for simply lying down in the grass. Deputy Carpenter then instructs Mr. Lugo to turn around, and Mr. Lugo complies by facing away from the officer. However, the instructions are vague and unclear, as the officer fails to specify that he wants Mr. Lugo to lay flat on his stomach, not just turn away. This miscommunication agitates the officer, who then orders Mr. Lugo to put his hands behind his back while calling for backup.
Come on, man. All right.
Give me. Put your hands behind your back. Do it now.
I can't breathe.
Give me it.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Under the Fourth Amendment, individuals have the right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. In this case, Mr. Lugo was not legally detained, and there seems to be no reasonable suspicion or probable cause that would justify the officer's actions leading up to the point where he attempted to physically restrain Mr. Lugo.
The other hand.
Come on, man. What do you do?
Send me another unit. Give me a hand.
Give it to you. Give it to you.
Give me your other hand. Do it now. Do it now. Give me your hand.
Super ready. Super ready.
You ready, 6? Need another unit out here to get this guy caught.
10-4 there, 51, 6, 20. Almost there.
Give me your other hand.
It's a few days.
Give me your other hand.
Here.
Give me your other hand. Give me your other hand. Give me your other hand.
Relax, bud. We're here with you. Relax so you can get those on there for you. You need another one? Okay.
10-4, 404, channel back to 8.
All right. Come on, sir. Get up.
We're gonna roll you on your side here. Get up. All right. Put your. Then just one back forward so you can. Oh, we're helping you out. There you go. Oh, that's EMS for him. Is it? I don't think so. Oh. Okay.
Sir, we're going to go ahead and get you up.
I know.
You going to get up? You going to cooperate with me now? Come on. Up on your feet. 1, 2, 3.
Put your legs in like you're gonna kneel.
There you go.
And then we'll lift you up this way. You ready?
Come on, man.
You alright? I'm gonna lift you on your butt. We're gonna sit you up first. His arms might be hurting us.
You want to cooperate with me?
Sit on your butt real quick.
10-4.
Alright. Just relax for a minute.
Female unit 265, 2 Volo. Family Vital unit, the first one's going to be a missing person.
Amidst Mr. Lugo's screams and yells, the deputy, with the assistance of another officer, successfully places him in handcuffs. However, when they attempt to lift Mr. Lugo by his arms, he is non-compliant and continues yelling, suggesting he may be in pain or discomfort. Despite his clear signs of distress, the deputies fail to adjust their approach or assess his condition. This raises concerns about the officer's use of force and their duty of care, as they do not attempt to de-escalate the situation or ensure Mr. Lugo's safety, which could be construed as negligence or a violation of his rights. Law enforcement officers owe a duty of care to individuals in their custody. This duty includes reasonable care to prevent unnecessary harm. By failing to modify their approach or call for medical assistance while Mr. Lugo was non-compliant and yelling in distress, the deputies may be acting in a negligent manner.
Again, Bolo for a black female Trinity.
All right, come on your feet.
Second Bolo is going to be a signal 10, Yamaha 2016. Model is going to be a F-07. Looks like it's going to be for Mary and Nancy Charlie. Once again, Bolo for a gray and yellow Yamaha motorcycle, model number F-007, full attack in Mary and Nancy Charlie, Edward 17, and 2 Bolos at 1206.
Right here. Come on, man.
Come on, man, what?
Anything on you gonna poke me with your stick?
Car 386.
386. Come on, man. Got anything else on you? Oh, come on, bro. Come on, man. Oh.
The 3 deputies on the scene have now taken Mr. Lugo toward a police cruiser and proceeded to search him, despite the questionable legality of his detention and arrest. It is unclear what basis they have for conducting this search, as there appears to be no probable cause or legitimate reason for detaining Mr. Lugo in the first place. What is particularly egregious is that the officers have failed to keep Mr. Lugo seated in the grass following the arrest to await medical assistance, which he may have needed given his earlier distress. Instead, they have chosen not to call for help and are continuing to process him, though the reason for this remains unknown. This means law enforcement officers are prohibited from showing deliberate indifference to the serious medical needs of individuals in their custody. By failing to call for medical assistance for Mr. Lugo, despite his earlier signs of distress, the deputies may have shown deliberate indifference to his health and well-being.
This seems a little out of it.
You unlock it for me. Come on, man.
I thought I did.
Come on, man. Oh, you might have. Go ahead, get in.
Does have some family members outside that we're getting rowdy with their support.
All right, so I'm gonna pull your pants up, all right?
We got him.
You're okay?
There we go.
Go ahead, step in for me.
386.
Car 386.
Yeah.
Good 10-4, thank you.
Let's
Go ahead, get in for me, boss.
Front foot.
Ow! Ow! Get up. Ow! Go ahead and get in. Get in. God damn.
Yeah, again.
What's... He's the... You got a name on this guy yet?
No.
He didn't identify.
It might be Frank Lugo.
What?
That's the name he gave. Yeah, that's his watch. Yeah.
Hey, sir, what's your name? Huh? You what? I can't hear you, man. What's your first name?
The officers have now forcefully shoved Mr. Lugo not onto the back seat of the police cruiser, but onto the floor of the back seat. In this position, Mr. Lugo's movement is completely restricted, as he is lying on one side of his body with his hands handcuffed behind his back and his legs folded in the air. This treatment represents an absurd abuse of power and raises serious concerns, particularly given that all 3 deputies, including Deputy Carpenter, are white while Mr. Lugo is of Latino descent. The disparity in treatment may suggest racial bias in their actions.
What's your first name? You?
Go ahead.
We'll help you get out of there in a minute. That way you can fix it. We can't keep you like that.
140.
Would you like to sit down comfortably now?
We'd love to do that for you, but we need you to cooperate, okay? So if I help you get up into the seat upright, are you gonna do right? Or we're gonna continue to play these reindeer games?
That's fine. I don't think there's any way we're lifting his chunky butt up, so we probably have to pop him back up to you, turn around, sit him down.
Yep. Put your feet out so we can get you out this way again, alright? Yeah. Push there, then we can't move you.
You ready to sit up? I'm gonna lift you up. I'm not
feet against this is the problem.
Yeah, I'm not being able to deadlift him straight up.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
We gotta get your feet out the truck, man.
Yeah, we gotta get your feet out here. Otherwise, you're gonna keep restraining against that. You know what I'm saying?
On 24, you're getting
Kind of basically just pull them out. I mean,
elderly white male is in a white van.
Sir, we're gonna pull you out of here, okay? So we get you to the seat upright. Okay?
It's too heavy.
I need you to help me out so that we can do that. So we don't have to go through all this foolishness, okay? Just want to sit you in the seat the right way, okay? Because it'll be more comfortable. All right, hold on. Let me help you because I don't want you to hurt your hands back here. So
What we're gonna do is we're gonna go out.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna come back in.
So I'm gonna pull on your feet, and this deputy here is gonna give you a little nudge from forward, okay? So we can get you out and stand you upright, okay, sir?
Ready?
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. Come on. You okay? All right. See if you can put your. All right, I'm gonna get you. All right, I'm gonna point your foot. I'm gonna point your feet down so you can stand up, okay? All right, we're gonna pull down a little bit more, okay? A little bit more, just a little bit more. Not that, okay? All right. I'm gonna pull a little bit more, okay?
I was just at 9 miles and 29. There's strength in it. 26, 124, 26.
Oh, hold on. Pants might be caught on something. Are your pants caught on something? All right, listen. You can get up now.
If you slide a little bit, you can get out. Your feet are close to the ground there, bud.
Come on.
See?
Come on. All right.
Ready?
All right, there we go.
Almost there.
All right. Come on. Go ahead and stand up.
Your feet.
There we go. There we go.
All right.
All right. Catch your breath. Catch your breath. Catch your breath. Catch your breath.
Good?
Hang on.
All right.
Don't spit.
185, 124,
Don't spit. Okay? All right, let's turn around, get you sat down.
Turn around. Turn towards me. Come on. Turn around. Turn around every now and then.
That way.
Get a little bit. Okay?
Good man. What's that?
Why are you leaning back like that, bro? Stand up straight.
Come on, come on.
Yeah, I'll check this dude out. They might have to put him in a stretcher. Seriously.
Do you have charges or just beggar act?
No, we don't go to the obstruction charge now, but other than the obstruction, no.
Do you want me to go to jail or you want me to go to the hospital?
Problem is, they ain't gonna accept him in the jail.
Yeah, they ain't gonna accept him in jail.
Despite witnessing Mr. Lugo's clear distress, the officers engage in a discussion about whether medical attention is even necessary and whether the jail will accept him in his current condition. What is particularly troubling about this interaction is that none of the 4 deputies on the scene show an ounce of empathy. Instead, they choose to ignore not only Mr. Lugo's basic human rights, but also the fundamental rights that belong to every person, not just every American, the right to life.
So I say you messing around. Have them transport. I think that's next.
Car 386.
386.
Get EMS en route to my location.
10-4.
Old white male and cooking.
All right. We're gonna have a seat on the ground. Can you do that?
Crisscross applesauce, ready?
140 easy start.
Come on.
Car 143 is stopping, it looks like, but this vehicle is high centered on the train tracks or something.
Get down there, relax.
Let's get the bottom of the tire.
10-4.
Yeah, they don't tire. Okay.
Not like that, because it's cold. Put it back.
Just hold on to the train tracks.
You gotta work with us.
10-4.
Put your head there. All right. How about we just put them on this side?
Yeah, just put him in there. Playing. I don't know how much he's being dumb and how much is. Nah, man. Hey, stop playing. Oh my God. Oh, he can talk all of a sudden.
What injuries do we have?
Just tell him possible overdose. Get him here.
Possible overdose.
You got scandiitis.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Hey, bud. You take anything today? You're not getting in trouble for that. We just want to make sure for EMS, so we know what to tell them. You got diabetes or anything? Medical conditions? No, all right. We'll let them figure that out then. I think Highway Patrol is 1018, so I think they have a crash, because then I saw EMS go by too.
Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Possible overdose, not sure. When I was trying to get him cuffed, he started acting out, but now he's been in this position for the last 10 minutes or so. Y'all want me to uncuff him while y'all check him out or what?
Yeah, the Bible study stuff.
All right. Mr. Lugo, I'm going to get you out those cuffs, okay? I need you to act right, okay?
We got calls, 2 calls, when he was walking in traffic yelling.
Yeah.
Hold on. This is for grass now. I'm assuming
Yes.
he's walking up now.
Nearly 20 minutes after the situation escalated, paramedics finally arrived on the scene to find Mr. Lugo unresponsive. They immediately began efforts to resuscitate him.
What did he get put in cuffs for? 124.
Oh, he went in the cuffs because he probably failed to identify he was about to take flight on me.
2324 is
124 on 5.
It's important to note that during this time, the medic asked Deputy Carpenter why Mr. Lugo was placed in handcuffs. Deputy Carpenter responds by claiming it was due to failure to identify, and that Mr. Lugo was about to flee. This is an absurd fabrication, as the footage we've reviewed clearly contradicts these claims. There was no indication that Mr. Lugo intended to flee, making the arrest entirely unjustified. Moreover, the claim of failure to identify is baseless, as Mr. Lugo was not legally required to identify himself, given that there was no valid reason for his detainment in the first place.
Connect electrode. Connect electrode. Check connector and electrode.
Car 398 case load, please. 42 on 10,715.
What unit 10-7?
42.
Airport at 1249.
Mr. Lugo died on May 20th while in the custody of 3 ECSO deputies. According to the medical examiner, Mr. Lugo suffered from positional asphyxia, had ingested a toxic amount of methamphetamines, and had underlying physical morbidity factors. An investigation by State Attorney Ginger Bowden Madden concluded that the deputies did not deliberately deny medical care, nor were they grossly indifferent to providing it. In May 2022, Sheriff Chip Simmons announced that the primary responding deputy involved in the incident, Leonard Carpenter, had been terminated from the department. The 2 other deputies involved have remained on administrative assignment throughout the investigation. Even as tragic as the result of this incident was, it is common practice for most officers to arrest first and come up with a reason later, as is apparent when on October 3, 2021, Mr. Jeffrey Auer was staying at his girlfriend's house when he noticed lights shining through the windows. Curious, he went outside to investigate, carrying his phone and recording the scene. He soon discovered a Woodfin Police Department cruiser parked nearby with the officer inside asleep. This prompted Mr. Auer to turn on his phone's flash and begin recording the officer. Upon being woken up by the flash, the officer was met with a somewhat mocking question from Mr. Auer, who asked, "Did you have a nice nap?" At this point, the officer attempted to get Mr. Auer to stop recording. When Auer refused, the officer called for backup. The footage of the incident begins when Sergeant Andrew Arthur arrives on the scene, with the interaction recorded on his body cam.
There is a problem. So the problem was I was eating in my car, and dude, I literally dozed off. I dozed off, and he was beside my car. And from the time I think I texted you, I don't know, but I dozed off, and his light was right there. I was like, oh my god, this just happened. So I stepped out my car, and he was like having a nice nap, and I was like, I know, man, I know, I can't believe it, but he is not friendly at all. He's
Where do you come from?
He's the neighbor over there, I guess.
Hey man, what's your name?
What's your name?
Sergeant Arthur.
Okay, great. So
I need you to move this. I need to take this out of my. Hey, you're blinding me. All right. You can have it back. Keep it out of my eyes.
Hey,
I gotta be able to see.
it's my phone.
After a brief explanation from the first officer, Sergeant Arthur approaches Mr. Auer in an aggressive manner, which is problematic given that law enforcement officers are expected to de-escalate situations rather than intensify them. More troubling, however, is that while Mr. Auer is recording the interaction, the sergeant forcibly grabs the phone from his hands citing that the flash is interfering with the conversation and that the camera should not be pointed at him. This action constitutes an egregious abuse of power, as it is an attempt to suppress Mr. Hour's constitutionally protected First Amendment rights. The First Amendment guarantees the right to freedom of speech and freedom of the press, including the right to record public officials, such as police officers, engaged in their official duties in a public space. Courts at both the federal and state levels have consistently upheld the public's right to film law enforcement officers.
Don't put it in my eyes.
Hey,
Turn the light off.
No, I'm not turning anything off. What are you, the freaking Gestapo? Huh? I mean, I'm about to do whatever I want.
Sir, I came over here politely. Hey,
don't fuck.
come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, on your back.
Okay, now, what are you doing? Okay, now you're violating my right. I'm not anything. For what? What law have I broken? For what? Why are you detaining me? Huh? Why am I being detained?
Because I asked you.
What law have I broken? What law have I broken?
Resist, obstruct, delay.
No.
Stop. Stop it.
Stop what? I haven't done it.
At this point, the situation escalates completely unnecessarily. When Mr. Hour resumes recording with the flash on, Sergeant Arthur and the other officer respond by forcefully taking him to the ground in an attempt to arrest him and place him in handcuffs. As Mr. Hour rightfully asks, "What law have I broken?" The officer responds with, "Resist, obstruct, delay." This charge is bogus and appears to be nothing more than an attempt to intimidate Mr. Hour into compliance. The real motivation behind this arrest seems to be either erase the footage or prevent Mr. Hour from further exposing the officer's unprofessional and unlawful conduct. This means it is illegal to resist, obstruct, or delay a law enforcement officer in the performance of their duties. However, this law does not apply to Mr. Hour's actions, as he was not physically interfering with the officers or obstructing any legitimate law enforcement activity. Simply recording the officers, even with the flash, does not constitute obstruction under this statute. Furthermore, Tennessee Code Section 40-7-103 specifies the grounds upon which an officer may make an arrest without a warrant. This includes an offense committed in the officer's presence, but Mr. Hour was committing no such offense. As the footage shows, he was lawfully recording officers in a public space, which is not a crime. The charge of resist, obstruct, delay does not apply here, as there was no lawful arrest for Mr. Hour to resist.
Stop moving your arm.
I haven't done anything. I'm on private property.
Get around this shit.
And you're putting cuffs on me. For nothing. What are you doing?
Hey, quit moving your arm.
What are you doing? This is great. What are you doing? Why am I being detained? Why am I being detained?
Put your hand behind your back.
No. What law? No. What law have I broken?
Resist.
Resisting what? I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything. Why am I being detained? Why am I being detained? Why am I being detained? You have to release me right now because I'm not being detained for anything. Go ahead. Why am I being detained? What law have I broken?
Quit grabbing my arm.
Well, quit trying to cuff me because I haven't done anything. What have I done? What have I done? I haven't done anything. I'm just sitting here filming. Wondering why people are shining lights into our room. Why am I being detained? What law have I broken?
Hey, quit grabbing my hand.
I'm not. Well, you tell me what law I've broken.
I already
shouldn't
did.
be cuffed at all. Why are you cuffing me? Huh? I haven't done anything. I have broken no law, and you are cuffing me for no reason. Why are you detaining me? What law have I broken? I insist to be released. I have not broken any law.
Sir.
I'm on private property. Why you can't do this?
Yes, I can, sir.
For what? Why are you, what law have I broken? Why are you detaining me?
I'll explain it to you, all right?
Despite Mr. Hour's repeated claims about the illegitimacy of their actions on private property, the officers showed no hesitation in asserting their authority, refusing to acknowledge or engage with his arguments. This back and forth highlights a fundamental disagreement over the officers' right to enforce their authority on private premises without clear legal justification, further escalating the tension in the encounter. Under Tennessee law, officers generally cannot enter private property without a warrant unless certain exigent circumstances exist, such as the immediate pursuit of a suspect or concern for public safety. Without a warrant or probable cause that a crime is being committed, their presence on private property can be considered a violation of the Fourth Amendment.
No, I'm listening.
We're in the middle of an investigation.
Okay.
It's taking a long time because it's a very serious investigation.
Okay.
Listen, I came over to talk to you. I just wanted to speak with you.
Okay.
And you were very resistant to that.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were. I asked you what's your name.
How was I resistant?
I said, what's your name? You're like, what's your name?
I don't
All
have
right,
to tell you.
Well,
I'll tell you my name.
and then I asked you to put the light down.
I don't have to tell you my name.
And because of an officer safety issue, your light was so bright, I couldn't see what your hands were doing.
No, my hands were in front of me. They're holding
I
the
know.
camera.
I don't know if you have a gun or a knife in your pocket, so I need to be able to see you.
I'm on private property.
And so I asked you...
The officer now claims that Mr. Hour was arrested out of concern for his safety, stating that the flash from Mr. Hour's phone prevented him from seeing where Hour's hands were, and that he could have been holding weapons such as a gun or knife. However, this justification is highly questionable, as the footage clearly contradicts the officer's statement. At no point did Mr. Hour make any movement that could be interpreted as threatening. He was visibly holding a can of beer in one hand and using both hands to operate his phone, recording the interaction. Under Tennessee Code Section 39-16-602, officers must have a legitimate reason for arresting or detaining an individual. The officer's claim of concern for safety, despite clear evidence to the contrary, could be seen as an attempt to justify an unlawful arrest. If the officer had no valid reason to believe Mr. Hour was carrying a weapon or otherwise posing a threat, the arrest could be considered unlawful detention under Tennessee law.
Your hands down, you refused, your light down, and you refused, so I took the phone down.
I'm on private property.
It does not matter.
Private property, and you are detaining me for no reason.
I've explained to you clearly.
Please let me out of this.
I will not.
Why not? Why am I being detained? If I have not broken a law.
Obstructing a law enforcement officer.
I have not broken any law. I was filming because people were...
You are allowed to film. I asked you to turn the light off, and you said you weren't going to.
That doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. I'm a citizen, and actually, I want you to take these handcuffs off me now. I'm ordering you to. Okay?
That's not how this
works.
works.
Yeah, it does. That's exactly how it works.
No, sir.
Yes, sir. Have you heard of the Fourth Amendment?
I have.
Okay, well, you're detaining me for nothing.
I've already explained why I did.
No, you're not. That is not an excuse. Take these cuffs off me now.
No.
Yes. Take them off. Take them off now. I have not done anything to you to harm you in any way. But no, you're going to handcuff me for something. Tell me why I'm being detained. Tell me what law I broke.
Oh my gosh.
Take them off. Take them off now.
Oh, what are you looking for?
Take them off. Take these cuffs off now.
Yeah, I know. I dropped it.
Take them off. Take the cuffs off. That's an order. You serve me. I don't serve you.
I don't want to lose it.
Take them off. Take the cuffs off. Unless you're going to detain me for breaking some kind of law, take them off. Hey, okay, this is against the law. What are you doing?
Stay.
What are you, stay
All right,
what? What am I, dog?
Stand up.
Hey, look. Hey.
Roll your knees forward so you can roll up.
Well, you know what? I got a broken arm, and no, I can't just stand up. Take the cuffs off. Now,
Roll your, no.
Why have, what, no. What have I done?
Resist, obstruct, delay.
I have not resisted anybody.
Yes, you did. You resisted me and this officer right here.
No, I haven't.
You obstructed our ability to do the job.
I haven't done anything.
Okay.
I'm a private property. I'm allowed to do whatever. I'm a private property. How can I obstruct anything? I didn't obstruct you from doing it.
We'll walk over. Come on.
No, I want these cuffs. Give you my phone. Hey, your phone will go with you. Come on. Take cuffs off. Where am I going?
To this car.
No, I'm not going. No, I'm not.
Sir, stop.
I haven't done. Hey,
sir, stop.
Look here. Look here. I want to talk. Why are you can't detain me for not breaking the law? I have not broken any law. Take the cuffs off.
Have a seat.
Take the cuffs.
Have a seat.
Take the cuffs off.
Have a seat.
No. Take the cuffs off.
Have a seat. Have a seat.
I'm asking, right?
Have a seat.
For what? I haven't done anything.
Sir, have a seat.
Why are you detaining me?
I already explained to you. Have a seat.
What law have I broken? There is no law I have broken.
Hey.
I was on private property. What are you doing?
Sit down.
I don't want to.
According to Mr. Bowman, Mr. Auer's attorney, the Buncombe County District Attorney's Office dropped all charges against Mr. Auer in May of 2022. Since then, Mr. Auer has undergone surgery to address his injured shoulder, which was a result of excessive force used during the arrest. Mr. Bowman also stated that they are currently exploring various legal options moving forward. Keeping this trend going, sometimes officers overreact to the actions of individuals who are in mental distress, as was the case August 18, 2023. Officers from the Providence Police Department responded to the scene of an accident where Taj Eddington's vehicle had come to rest against the side of a closed storefront. At the time of the crash, Mr. Eddington was driving for Uber and had a passenger in the car. A man who identified himself as the passenger informed the officers that Mr. Eddington had suffered a seizure while driving, causing him to lose control of the vehicle. Under Rhode Island law, officers and bystanders have a duty to assist or ensure medical attention for individuals involved in motor vehicle accidents, especially when a medical emergency, such as a seizure, is reported. The entire incident was captured on the body cam footage of the responding officers.
Pull them out. Put the car in park. Parquee la guagua. Parquéalo. Is it still not in park?
No, it's all
Sale. ¿Qué fue que pasó, primo? Pon tu mano por aquí arriba. Put your hands up here. You okay?
I'm tired.
What, you threw up?
No.
At this stage, the officers have assisted Mr. Eddington out of the vehicle and are asking him a series of questions. Based on his demeanor and responses, it is evident that Mr. Eddington appears disoriented and is likely experiencing some form of mental distress. Up to this point, the interaction has remained calm and has not raised any immediate concerns.
Detox? 22, it's gonna be for detox.
Broad and early?
Sit.
Broad and early.
This guy?
Yeah.
He only speaks Spanish.
¿Tú estás bien, primo?
Rescue finding 0238.
Pero ¿y qué fue que pasó?
No, yo estaba en la casa de un amigo, a 4 minutos de aquí, incluso en la misma broma. Y él me trae y yo veo que pasa el semáforo y ok, déjame aquí. Y él Se puso duro y empezó. Boom.
Oh, okay. So he had a seizure. He had a seizure. Primo, mire. Siéntete. Sit down. Sit down, bro.
Siéntate. Sit.
Sit. Vamos a sentar. Just put him in the car.
After realizing that Mr. Eddington had suffered a seizure, which caused him to lose control of the vehicle, the officers make a critical error. They begin to do what should never be done to a seizure patient, move them rapidly. Though it may not appear this way at first, the actions of the second officer lack the necessary sensitivity to Mr. Eddington's condition. The officers try to force Mr. Eddington to the ground to make him sit, but when he remains unresponsive and continues standing, they decide to escort him to the police cruiser to have him sit there while they wait for paramedics to arrive.
¿Qué fue que pasó? You speak English? No? What happened? What happened? Relax.
No.
Bro, you stop. Relax. Calm down. Bro, chill out. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. Don't fight. Stop fighting. Stop. Stop there. I can't breathe. Chill out. Stop fighting.
As Mr. Eddington attempts to turn away from the flashing lights, a known trigger for seizures, particularly in individuals with epilepsy, which Mr. Eddington may suffer from, the officers quickly escalate their response. The second officer suddenly tackles Mr. Eddington to the ground, placing him in a chokehold, an action that is prohibited under national and international policing guidelines. This clearly constitutes an instance of excessive use of force. The use of a chokehold has widely been condemned, and under the proposed George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, is explicitly prohibited at the federal level. While not yet enacted nationwide, many police departments, including those in Rhode Island, have adopted similar prohibitions in line with national standards. The George Floyd Justice and Policing Act states, the use of chokeholds and carotid holds are prohibited in policing except when deadly force is authorized. Furthermore, Mr. Eddington may have grounds to file a civil lawsuit under 42 U.S.C. Section 1983 for the deprivation of his constitutional rights. The officer's use of a chokehold and the excessive force employed during the encounter could be seen as a violation of Mr. Eddington's Fourth Amendment rights. Furthermore, if racial bias contributed to the officer's actions, this would further strengthen Mr. Eddington's claim.
Come on! Get off of me! Get off! I can't breathe! Stop!
After Mr. Eddington was placed in the police cruiser, he was transported to a nearby hospital for medical treatment. According to recollections of the event, Mr. Eddington was heard screaming for help, repeatedly stating that he couldn't breathe while handcuffed in the back seat of the cruiser. Upon arrival at the hospital, it was reported that Mr. Eddington fell from the cruiser, hitting his head on the pavement. Inside the hospital, officers reportedly asked Mr. Eddington if he remembered the accident. He appeared concerned and responded that he did not recall being involved in a crash. The Providence Police Department stated that the incident underwent a thorough review process, including an evaluation by the Office of Professional Responsibility, which concluded that the officers had adhered to the appropriate use of force protocols. However, officials confirmed that one of the officers involved was disciplined for the use of excessive profanity during the interaction. Be sure to check out our previous video where we cover another outrageous police encounter.